Chris from Cooking It Up. We're going to grill some chicken breasts. And I'm going to put like a dry seasoning on them first before I put like barbecue sauce at the end. So it gives it a little more flavor. So we're going to start with the dry seasoning. This is a basic I use for like everything. It's garlic powder. We'll go with about a tablespoon or so. And about a tablespoon or so of onion powder. This is all to what your preference is, if you like less or more. Careful with too much. People are like, oh, we gotta have more garlic. Yeah, then all you taste is garlic. Okay, about a tablespoon of paprika, and then salt. Some salt going. About a teaspoon or so in there. And if you want some pepper, I'd say about a half teaspoon. You can, if you want spicy, throw some cayenne pepper on it. Or, ooh, we got triple, that Inferno pepper. That's made with dried, Carolina Reapers. That'll make it really hot. So you just mix that up. Use your finger too, or whatever. You're gonna get your hands dirty. Now these chicken breasts, I got them on sale. What we're gonna do, we're gonna cover them. Careful with the chicken hands. Touch chicken, don't touch anything else. I'm gonna break up the, open up the skin a little bit right here. Okay. Get off. A little bit of olive oil in there. A little dot. I don't know. Put that around. Okay. We pour some of this in there. Ooh. Rub that up underneath the skin. Try not to remove the skin because the skin will help keep this meat from drying out on the grill. And yes, I put my hands in there. But it's not going for anything else besides the chicken. See how that splits up over there? And yes, I will wash off the olive oil bottle. There we go. There. We'll put it on a plate. That's it. You can do that to each one of these. Open up underneath, get your fingers up underneath there. Loosen that skin. A little bit of olive oil. A little bit of seasonings. Rub it around in there. There we go. A little more olive oil. This helps keep it from drying out. Does anybody know why there's a split there? I do. Because this is actually the breast part. This is a tenderloin. Yes, chickens have tenderloins. You always say, oh, chicken tenderloin. That's where it is. In case you didn't know. Last one. This one don't have very much skin. Make sure you get extra olive oil. All nice and rubbed. That's basically what a dry rub is. When they say dry rub, it's just your dry seasonings. Now what you can do, if you like making up these mixes, you can make up a whole bunch and keep it on hand in a jar or something you seal up. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna I'm gonna take the lid off. And get your olive oil. I still have to wash the bottle. Put some oil on top, and it'll keep it from boiling over. Set your timer so you don't forget about them. Oops. Now red potatoes for about 10 minutes. White potatoes, depending on the size, how you cut them, be a little more. Get your fan on so you can suck the steam out. And we're back at cooking it up. We're outside with the grill now. We turned it on to get her going, get it hot, and then I turned it down to like medium hot, medium low, because we're cooking chicken. You don't want to cook it too fast because the outside gets really burnt and the inside's raw. Don't want that. Right now it's sitting about 375. And one side actually I have a little higher than the other side. The other side I have all the way down to low. So I'll have like more of a safer zone. In case something starts flaring up, I can throw it to the other side. Because I'm only doing 3 chicken breasts. We want to get those grates hot because we're going to oil them. Take a little paper towel, your tongs. Make sure you use nice long grilling tongs. Don't burn your hands. Put some olive oil on there. I'm going to run it over the grates. And it's a little breezy out here today, but I'm staying nice and warm in the Outlaw sweat short in my son's boot camp when he was in boot camp. Okay. Now we're going to take our chicken breasts, put them bone side down. I'm going to put them all on the side that's a little higher in temperature to start with. Now these are going to take a few minutes. About 10-15. We'll check them in a few minutes. Keep an eye on them as they're cooking, making sure they don't burn. And then if it's getting too hot, I can put them on the other side and get this side cooled down. So we're going to keep the lid closed. And then it should go back up to about 375. We're going to cook them on there. We'll come back in about 5-10 minutes to check on them. Okay, we're going to flip our chicken. I'm going to get my tongs. See how nice that is? Nice and browning. We're going to flip them over. We're cooking nice and slow, which is what we want. We don't want to cook them too fast because the insides won't cook then. They're nice and thick. That's what you do when you flip them over. Close it up. And then, since I noticed it was gotten a little cooler, because it's colder outside, I'm going to turn it up just a bit. Okay, and you're just going to make sure it doesn't burn. So we're going to come back out here. It's been about 15 minutes since I put them on. So we're going to come back in another 15 and check them. Okay? If we're doing alright, we're going to put some barbecue sauce. You get your favorite barbecue sauce or whatever you find on sale and you have a coupon for. And I'm going to pour right on top. Take my brush. Push around. Now, to get on that side, I'm going to turn them back over. Yes, I burned them. Like I said, just turn it up. We're going to turn this way down. At this point, we just want to cook the barbecue on a little bit. And before I'm going to put some more on the top. On there really good. And I turn it all the way down to low. And we'll come back in about 5 minutes. Okay, we're going to flip them so the barbecue on the top gets a little bit of cooking. And I should take their temperature just to make sure, because you want chicken white meat to be about 160. So I'm going to go get my thermometer and we're going to take their temperature. I went and got my little thermometer. Make sure you get one that goes up, well, this one goes up to 220. That's pretty good. You don't really need one to go any higher than that, because white meat chicken's at 160, dark meat 180, pork about 140. So I'm just going to stick it right in the meat. Do not touch a bone. Get to the middle of the meat, but don't touch a bone because the bones will actually get hotter. And while it's getting up, taking its temperature, I had a request to put more barbecue sauce on. Of course, I don't know. I don't think you can ever have too much barbecue.
It helps with the burnness. Okay, no, you burned it.
I didn't burn this side.
No,
It's just the skin.
Okay.
Just the skin got a little crispy. I got busy with something.
What kind of barbecue sauce is that?
This just Kraft's Original, because I had a coupon and they were on sale.
Okay.
It's okay. There's some I don't like, I won't buy no matter what.
What's the temperature at?
We are sitting right at 160, so they are done. So I'm going to do take a little quick flip. Let's get my tongs on there. Put a little more barbecue sauce. I'm going to shut it off. Oops. Shut the grill off, shut the lid, and just leave it while I get, everything else ready. It's because you want your meat kind of set a little bit before you cut into it and everything. Okay. Well, our potatoes are done. I stick them in a mushy, But before I start mashing them, we're going to start our corn. So I'm going to cover up the corn. Just need to get enough water in to cover them a little bit. Put a lid on. That'll make it boil faster. Now we're going to take our potatoes and we're going to put them in a strainer. White strainer. We're going to put it in the sink. You can use any kind of strainer you have. We're going to dump the water in there. Make sure all the water drains out because you don't want watery potatoes. We have a choice what we can do. We can mash these by hand, or we can mash them in a blender or in a mixer. But there's not too many potatoes, so we're going to do them by hand. And I'll do them right inside the pan. Okay. Now, it's kind of more. That's right. We'll just put it on a towel because the bottom's a little more. So now we're going to make garlic potatoes. So I brought some. I got little bits left of my garlic. So I'm going to smash a few at a time. Smash them, papers come right off. Supposedly, if there's any garlic left in them. Because these are like the centerpiece in the middle of it. Now, if you don't have a garlic press like this, you can smash it really good and then just chop it. And keep doing that until it's to the size you want. But I have a garlic press. In this press, you can even put the papers in. Oop. Oh. There we go. lemon juice. Like this. Basically gonna wash your hands in lemon juice. Just get rid of onion and get rid of garlic. There. Now we're gonna put our butter or margarine in there. I use, olive oil margarine because it's not as bad. I say not as bad because it's not healthy either, even though it's olive oil. Like I said, at this point, if you want like a ranch potato, you put your ranch in there. If you want cheese, you put cheese. Like a shredded cheddar is really nice. And then just make sure we're going to do this by hand. It doesn't take very long. You're not dirtying a whole nother bowl. Now, like for the holidays, if you're doing like 5 pounds of potatoes, I say put them in your mixer. Get the whisk on it or something, or beaters, and easier that way. Oh, you can smell the garlic. Potatoes and skins in there. Mash it till like all the butter's all melted. Okay, now we're going to put this in a bowl. By now the pan's not that hot. So. That's what I use with frozen vegetables. I don't use canned. You just have to bring them to a boil, really, and they're done. And it's corn, so I don't have to do anything with it, so I'm going to strain them. Same as you do potatoes, put the strainer in the sink and dump it in there. And you can put it in a serving bowl or put it back in the pan. Then we're going to get our chicken. That's it. The whole meal done. The chicken, which it's all simple, pretty easy to do. And I did get the chicken a little crispy, but that's just the skin, and you shouldn't eat chicken skin. Really, you shouldn't eat chicken skin. So, and then I get, just basic corn. Some people can put, I've seen people put roasted red pepper in the corn. That's really good too. And garlic potatoes, and red potatoes, mashed. Just an awful lot of potatoes. And potatoes freeze. Mashed potatoes, they freeze. So if you don't eat all of that, you know what I mean, I'm not going to eat it, throw it in the freezer. And you just, nuke it. And it's good for another meal. So, cooking dinner, try to keep it simple. You see a lot of cooking shows, these fancy meals. Yeah, people don't eat like that every day, unless they're rich. So, or have time. This doesn't take much time. And you got a meal.